I didn't disappear. I actually made a big move. I moved from BUTUAN City to BUTUAN City. I think it was about 2 weeks ago. I don't remember exactly. Time goes so fast here. It's all good for now. Uh, I've got a house to live in. I got a girlfriend. Dogs are happy and relaxed. There are many pluses to making this move for me. Everything is good for now. It's bloody hot here. It's 32 degrees. It seems like it's like this every day since I lost my shirt. I just needed to take it off because it was soaking wet, and it doesn't matter how many I change, 5 minutes later they're soaking wet. So I'm gonna use this towel for now to soak up the excess. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my move here. It was a little bit of a disaster. My girlfriend came to pick me up in Pagadian with her cousin and the multi-cab that he owns. So we hired him. We had to pay him, I believe it was 6 or 7 thousand, something like that. They rode, well, the ride was supposed to be 11 hours, but it took them more like 20 hours to get there for whatever reason, I don't know. And then when they arrived there, we went and we grabbed something to eat. I think, well, we were trying to go to Jollibee, but I don't really care for the Jollibee flavor of the chicken, so we ended up going to McDonald's. I had a Big Mac and fries, and everybody else had fried chicken and rice, of course. That's the norm over there, or over here I should say. Then we went back to my place and gathered all my things and loaded them up in the truck, and it was full inside and out. We've had, on top of the truck, we had my two big dog kennels and a folding table and my fold-a-bed, or the couch, folding couch slash bed, whatever you want to call it. It's this big foamy thing. And then we put a tarp on top of it because it started to rain, and it's a good thing that we did because it rained consistently pretty much all the way here. So then we got set on our way, drove out of Pagadian City, and for whatever reason my navigator didn't notice the street signs and gave me wrong directions. So instead of coming this way, she directed me to turn towards Ozamis City. So once we're on Ozamis, I kind of paid attention. I was the driver, believe it or not, even though I'm half blind because I don't have my glasses. I told you in the previous episode they got broken, and so I was driving at night with no glasses. Yeah, that was fun. But she said, "You're an excellent driver, but you're frickin' blind." Like, she had to tell me every road construction that was coming up and to slow down because there's a huge bump or a ditch going across the highway or something like that. But either way, we made it to Ozamis City, and once we got there, I noticed familiar place because I've been there a number of times. I said, "Hey, we're in Ozamis now," and she says, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, I think so. For not being a Filipino, I think I can recognize a place that I've seen before." So anyway, she decided to ask somebody on the street, and sure in the heck, we were in Ozamis City. And in order to come to Butuan, we asked for more directions, and they pointed to go to the port so that we can take a ferry across the canal or channel, whatever they want to call that, and then come back here. So we got in line there, and then the PMP showed up and they saw my motorcycle inside the truck, and they wanted paperwork for it, and I couldn't find my registration because it was buried in a mountain of paperwork inside my luggage, I guess, or in one of the boxes. We could never find it. So I said to her, instead of sitting here and opening up all my luggage and all my boxes, why don't we just turn around and get on the road and drive the long way, which we did. And then of course we didn't have load, so the GPS didn't work at all, and then we had to stop and buy load, and then the GPS started working, but the GPS misdirected us a couple of times. Go figure, GPS is supposed to be your guiding light, but it doesn't work, or it's misleading, and it got us on the wrong road, like I said, a couple of times, and we found our way by asking other people. Finally got onto the right way, and then drove. We got to Cagayan de Oro many hours later. I was tired, everybody was tired. We stopped a number of times for a rest and a pee and a drink and whatever. So we finally got to CDO, and then it was probably like 4 o'clock in the morning, something like that, and we're all dead tired. I said, I'm not driving anymore, I want to take a nap. And then her cousin, who drove for something like 20 hours or so, he wasn't in any shape to drive, so we decided we're gonna just park there in one of the gas stations parking lot, and slept for, I'm guessing, until about 3 hours, because I think he woke me up at 7 o'clock in the morning, and he said, yeah, hey, it's time to go. So we got on our way again, and I drove again for a while, and then he took over and he drove. And my impressions of CDO, it's a beautiful place. I like the town, the highway that goes in the center of it. It's well built and designed and everything. It seems great. The city looks really nice. If I were to move anywhere anytime soon, a place that I would know, that would be it. That's a nice place. So then, by the time we got here, it had been raining for, I don't know, 2 to 3 hours on the road. My couch got all soaking wet. We unloaded everything, put my couch here to dry. Well, it was only wet at the foot of the bed, so we could still sleep on it, but we didn't go to sleep. We decided to cook something for dinner. So we got here, I think it was somewhere around noonish or 2 o'clock, and yeah, I lost track of time because we were driving for so long, and we were all so tired. Who cares what time it is, as long as you're too dead tired to even drive anymore. Then we did dinner and had some drinks and went to bed and had a good night's sleep here. So the next video, I'm going to tell you about my new accommodations here, and what I expected, what I didn't expect, how it is, how I feel. You'll find out soon. So stay tuned, click on the next video, and you'll find out. And please subscribe and like this channel.